Hey, what's going on guys? It's Paper here with another Marvel Snap deck video. In this video, we're talking about a deck that's actually contesting Thanos in the meta currently, despite Thanos being just the best deck in the game right now. This card has been surprising for me as one of the top performers in the current meta, with this Proxima Midnight, Helicarrier, Miek kind of style of deck working very well right now. I think Proxima Midnight has really brought this card into the forefront of the meta, with the addition of Corvus Glaive as well being an option for this deck in replacement for both Colleen Wing or Lady Sif. I think this card is in a great spot right now. I had a ton of fun with this deck, climbed up into the top 2000 on the ranked leaderboard with it, and overall it's a super consistent deck with high power output and many different win conditions. So without further ado, let's get into the deck breakdown. So the first set of cards that we're going to talk about are the powerful cards in the deck. These are going to be the 4 cards that are going to win you the most games. They have the most power in your deck, and they're basically your engine. So Miek, Morbius, Collector, and Dracula are all going to be your powerhouses that are going to win you locations, sometimes even by themselves. Miek is a card that could be taken out of this deck, but since we have him, we're using him. He gets really big when we're discarding a lot of cards, and he has a movement effect, which is really good because there are no move cards in discard decks. Morbius obviously has a ton of power from discarding +2 per card discarded throughout the game. If I have both Morbius and Collector in my hand, it is important to note to play Collector first because Morbius will always gain the power no matter when he's played, whereas Collector needs to be on the board when extra cards are added to your hand. So that's just one thing to think about strategy-wise. And then Dracula got a little bit weaker in this deck because of Helicarrier. However, sometimes we do just keep only Helicarrier in our hand, and that's a 10 or 11 power Dracula that's also giving Collector +7 if we have nothing else in our hand besides that Helicarrier. So it's something to think about. The extra cards from Helicarrier don't really screw us over too often, and this deck really runs on the Dracula engine just as much as it does on the Helicarrier engine. The next set of cards that we're going to talk about are your discard cards. Now these cards are going to be the cards that discard the cards from your hand. Obviously, they're going to be the cards that enable your entire engine to run. For that reason, we have 4 of them in this deck. We have Blade, Colleen Wing, Lady Sif, and MODOK. The first 3 are going to have your targeted discards, so you'll know what you're discarding most of the time, aside from Lady Sif discarding either Apocalypse or Helicarrier. MODOK is a card that basically makes this deck breathe. If you don't get MODOK, it's not the end of the world, but if you do get MODOK, you're getting rid of stuff like Swarm, Apocalypse, and Helicarrier. You're clearing your hand for Dracula. You're just enabling so many things with MODOK, and he's also 8 power, so it's really good for this deck. The deck doesn't run without these cards. You could run Corvus instead of Lady Sif or Colleen Wing, and you could also take Blade out for something else, but I've been really liking Blade in this deck, especially because if you play Sif to discard the Apocalypse in your hand, Blade on the same turn just after Sif will always hit Apocalypse because Apocalypse will move to the farthest right spot in your hand. So that's a really important combo to think about, and all of these cards are just really good in this deck. The final 4 cards that we'll talk about are the discard targets: Swarm, Proxima Midnight, Apocalypse, and Helicarrier. These cards are all great in this deck, and some of them are the reason why this deck's run in the first place. Swarm is one of the reasons why the deck is run. As a discarded card, it becomes 2 0-cost versions of itself. It's really strong. 0-cost cards are just really good, so we get to swarm our board with these swarms a little bit later in the game, play them alongside big cards that we normally couldn't play alongside stuff. It's just a really strong card. Proxima Midnight is a great card, and I think the reason why this card is back is because of Proxima. Proxima comes on to the board whenever she's discarded. She will go to the lowest power location. It's a really strong effect. 7 power is nothing to scoff at. It's very strong. Now we also have Apocalypse and Helicarrier. Apocalypse is our discard engine for making a big Dracula. If we don't get Helicarrier to fill up our hand, that's going to make us a huge Dracula. If we can discard it even 2 times, it's going to be a big Dracula. And then Helicarrier just adds a flexibility that discard has never had before. Helicarrier is very strong, that It can give us power for Collector. Discarding it also powers up our Morbius. It gives us a bunch of random cards that our opponent cannot predict. And oftentimes, if you discard Helicarrier and get something good, even if you don't get something good, sometimes you can just snap and your opponent will leave out of the fear that you got something that counters their deck. Oftentimes, the Helicarrier cards are great location fillers just to give us a little bit more power, but the most important part is that your opponent cannot predict what you got. So this card is very, very strong in this deck, and I would not replace it. So that's the deck. We went over every single card in this deck. It's really, really good. I have loved playing this deck. Helicarrier has been one of my favorite cards for probably about 4 or 5 months now, and obviously I love discard, so this deck has just been really fun to play. If you play this deck, let me know in the comments below how it goes. I assume it's going to be very good because I had very good results, and it's a pretty straightforward deck compared to some of the other things that are in the meta. So let me know in the comments below what you think. If you'd like to watch my content live, I stream on Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 7 p.m. Pacific time, so you can catch me there over on Twitch at twitch.tv/paper with 2 R's. Also, you'll notice that I haven't posted in a while, but I am posting more now on YouTube, so if you could give this video a like, a comment, subscribe to the channel, anything to help me get back into the algorithm, I'd really appreciate it. Anyways, let's get into the gameplay now. All the content from this video has been taken from my stream, so if you'd like to watch that live, once again, the link will be in the description below. And thanks for watching this video, guys. I really appreciate it, and as always, good luck snapping. This is rare, never before seen footage of me getting an early game card in my hand. Proxima always goes to Dark Dimension. Sif top deck would be dope here. Prof right is real. Proxima can go right.
Opponent snapped. Oh, snap.
I have 1 card in my hand. Oh no, I have 1 card in my hand. How am I ever gonna survive? Shut up, dude. Shut up, dude. I got another morb. Oh my god. And we have Electra. We have Electra. Like, come on, dude. This game's over. Problem is I have to move Miek this turn. That's fine. Imagine losing to an Electra, man. Couldn't be me. Could not be me. Actually could not be me. Show me the blob. Oh, it's a power sound. Oh no, it's a 20 power Thanos. Well, what am I gonna do if it's a 20 power Thanos?
I am inevitable.
Whatever will I do? Let's go. That was rough. That was actually a rough game. I had to play both swarms over there. No other option. It was a really tough call too. Alright, top deck swarm. We have to worry about Savage Land from here, but... Okay, it's fine. We do have to worry about Savage Land from here, but I think Savage Land hurts him more. Especially if he's like some sort of combo deck. It hurts him a lot more. We have Blade Colleen next turn. He's a Hela thing. That Jubilee's not good. The Jubilee's really not good in this. Either way, we can't discard Proxima. So we probably just have to play her. Oh, she has an effect? Probably just have to play her. There's a non-zero chance that, like, Hela puts Jubilee in the middle. But also Sif can go in the middle. Do I need more than this on Dracula? Probably not, huh? No, we have to play Swarm, actually. I just realized we have to play Swarm, actually. There's no board space for Swarm. There's nothing left in our deck that if we draw it, it ruins our Dracula. This is fine. I think we win that anyways, then we just Modok, right? We Modok and Blade, or Modok and Colleen. Apocalypse is 12, 16, 20, so we're adding 20 to the middle. Yeah, we just win.
Minions.
I don't know what he thinks that's gonna do. What a weird play. We casserole him? I don't think we... No, we might have casseroled actually. Yeah. What's better, APOC or Hela discard? I think Hela's more competitive. Where it has been in the past like month, but I think this deck is coming back. This deck feels decent right now. I'm liking playing it. It's surprising people. People are staying in against it, not thinking that we have enough power. At the end of the game, have 3 cards in their deck. Like by the end of the game, they just have low cards in their deck, even if they didn't play blob. They have so much draw. They can just do so much with the cards. Like there's so much in the deck. Okay, give me a blade right now. Thank you. Oh, and Dracula's never going to be at risk of being discarded by the Colleen because they're both hidden this turn. Ooh, the Morbius has a chance, though. We need to play the Morbius, I think. Yeah. Just anything below a 4. There we go. Oh, it's a Wolverine. Nice. The value. Wolverine goes middle? The value?
Enough said, bub.
Oh my god, dude. That's fine. Ooh, now this is potentially not good for me. We have to play Swarm. Oh my god, we can play MODOK Crystal on the left next turn. I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid. We're gonna have, if Apocalypse is the very last card in our deck, then it's an issue. No, we're not gonna MODOK twice with Swarm because we're gonna not have the cards in our hand. Like we don't want those Swarms in our hand. We can't play them all. So this is good. We draw 2 cards with Crystal. There's 3 cards left in our deck, so there's a 66% chance that we get Apocalypse. Yeah, there he is. And we got Proxima. Proxima goes in the middle, so that gives us a little bit of a boost, but he probably has like a Shauna or I don't know what it is. It's probably Shauna, I would assume, for Altar of Death. Squirrel Girl and a Shauna? So no Shang-Chi then. Maybe a Rogue. Martyr wins him that. Dazzler does not win him that. Nice. Bro, the crystal from Hela Carrier was so clutch, dude. What the hell? That was a cool game. That was cool. That's the thing, like Loki does have potential, like bust potential against this deck. I kind of want the Silk. Let's be honest. I kind of want the Silk. Alright, he got bad cards, but he's gonna play Hope this turn probably. Miek and then Silk actually. Is that Triskelion? Yes. This. Yeah, Blob in this deck is exactly 15. I have Prio. So these plays put Silk in the middle. No, Silk over there. Claw. Claw's not a card he wanted to do this card, I don't think. We discard Helicarrier, and then whatever comes out of Helicarrier, then we Hela, we can win the game with that. Otherwise, if we discard Blob and then Hela, it's like nothing's really lost, but if we Blade to get rid of Hela, it's a 50-50 for the Helicarrier instead of a 33. go for it. 33. Yeah. Hela, blob. He can't play on the vault, and we're winning the vault now, so that's good. We have a 10 power to just slam middle. If he plays on the left, Silk can move. Oh my fucking god. Boomer snap. Let's see how much he thinks he can win. Sure does.
Minions to me.
You're gonna rue the day you played Hela on 6. Yep. The boomer snap never fails, dude.
Victory.
Up to 77. We've gained over 100 snap points now officially today.